And our coach come on, hey, shoot higher, up, shoot higher. And I'm like, he literally like right next to the man, telling him, shoot back up, make the shots. Like that's a lot of pressure, bro. That's a lot of pressure. Like he already trying to make a good impression. He tried his best, and and unfortunately the ball just not going. Shoot that! What are you doing? I don't like. I don't like. I don't like.
What are you thinking? Yeah. What are you thinking? Yeah. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah. What are you thinking? Hey. What are you thinking? Hey. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we finna have a good show. I hope y'all look at my last video and tell me what y'all think about the refs, los árbitros. ¿Qué tú piensas sobre los árbitros en su país? ¿En qué lugar ustedes juegan? Dime sobre los árbitros. Tell me about the referees. What's up? Pregúntame. Tell me a question. Anybody got a question they want to ask about the game of basketball? Listen, I'm here to talk about mindset. Mindset, what you must have when playing the game of basketball overseas. You know, I gotta start going live more and just talking more. I do have a show on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Arnold's Thoughts Podcast. Si quieres saber sobre las cosas de básquet, de su mental, what you need for your mind, what you need for your mind to be para listo, para jugar profesional. If you want to know what it takes for your mind to be strong enough to play the game of basketball, like, tú necesito trabajar en eso. Train in that. Trabajar su mental. Train your mind. Train your mind. Trabajar en su mental porque es más importante que todas las cosas tú puedes hacer con la bola. It's more important what you can do with your mind than what you can do with the ball in your hand. Are you interested in playing overseas basketball one day? I wish someone would have told me 1 year after college I would receive my first pro gig. I wish someone would have told me that having an agent does not guarantee that you will get hired. I wish someone would have told me being cut from a team, because after 10 years in this game, everyone gets cut from a team. Now, after traveling from over 17 different countries and winning up to 7 championships in my pro career, I've put together the 6 most important traits any player needs before starting their career. So go ahead and grab that ebook and get all the information you need today to start your career. Now you can't say no one didn't let you know. So go ahead, grab that ebook and get started so you can become the pro one day. Let's go. Understand? You need to understand that this is real life. I think too many people watch the game and watch people playing and think that they live in a different reality. No. Todavía ellos tienen su vida, una vida real. Everybody got a real life. Focus on your real life. Like, it's not a game. You can't just ignore it. It's weird to me how some guys just feel like you can ignore the game like that.
Bro, what's going on, bro? Golly. Now we upside down.
I can't even see you. You ain't even came
Come
in.
on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I know what to do. It's all good.
You know what to do.
Oh,
We getting it
boy.
together, man.
Boy, on the Lord, boy. It's something else.
There you
It's
go,
something else,
Rashad.
boy.
Bro, dudes, don't start. Cause I've been really holding back or not going in on your egg-shaped head,
I know
boy.
you on there.
You know I'm holding back on you, so I'm gonna
You need to
spare
learn
you.
how to communicate effectively. You
Oh
need to
my
learn how to
goodness,
communicate
Rashad.
effectively, bro.
Please, bro, you are not
Yeah,
a good
please,
communicator,
boy.
bro. You do not communicate properly, and you know that.
Oh, my. Neither do you, my friend. We
What
best
time
friends, and
did
that's what we
what
like to hear.
I said 3 o'clock. I started earlier, even earlier, to make sure I'm always punctual, on time, and ready to go. We live, we rocking. We waiting on you, sir. Tap Athletics.
Your
Deuce
connection is
deuce.
bad, bro. I can't hear you. What's up, bro?
I'm just shouting the people out, letting them know what we chopping it up with.
What up, everybody? What's good? It's your boy Big Deuce.
I can hear you,
For
but
all
we can't see
everybody
you.
that's a fan of 3-4, my boy over there,
Hmm.
Chili's finest. Chili passport on the way.
And you know they asked me about that. Like I could really get that if I wanted to. What you think?
I'm about to get a British passport. I'm about to get a cheat code.
So I should go ahead and get the passport. Should I go ahead and get the Bahamas passport or should I get the Chilean passport?
What was the other option? The Chilean passport and the what passport?
Bahamas.
What up, Nikitish? You said the Bahamas passport?
Correct.
That's a good question.
That's why I'm asking you.
Because you're from there, I know that. Can I thank my boy?
No, I'm sorry.
Uh, I would get the Bahamas passport.
The Bahamian one.
Bro, it's like super laggy, dog. It's super laggy, bro.
It's laggy on your end. You can hear me now?
Yep, yep.
Now you're saying I should go with the Bahamian passport?
Yeah, bro. Bahamian, you from there, you know what I'm saying? Still gonna unlock doors. You'll be an import, well, of course you'll be an import, but you'll still have that foreign passport, you feel me? And you never know when you're gonna need it in the future, so
Yeah, because I was thinking
I would
like,
go to that one.
yeah, I was thinking of that one too because it got like further like business wise, and the business side I can like build over there because you know over there it's like really touristic in Bahamas, and if you can build something over there and it's like mad cheap for like us compared to them, so that's a long term play that I see, which benefits if I have I'm
Yeah,
a
that'd be a good look though for sure.
mhm. So what's good, man? We can't see you, but we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm feeling great, bro. Got a win yesterday.
I seen that. It's
Snapped
crazy.
the 7 game losing streak. Yes, sir. Had 25 and 12. Life was great on my end. Finally got paid after what? 12 days being late? No, 16 days being late. You know what I'm saying? You talk about the craziness of overseas basketball. You know what I'm saying? Had to stand firm. They literally paid me 2 minutes before the tip off
Wow.
happened. So like, my whole head was all over the place. I was mad. I was angry. I was anxious. But once they flashed my money, my agent got paid. Man, I had to get my mind right, and that's why we're gonna talk today about mental toughness and all types of stuff because we gotta be able to adjust on the fly when you play overseas basketball. But overall, I'm good, bro. I'm doing all right.
First of all, I want to talk about a few things. There's a few things just okay. So, first of all, 7 game losing streak. Going through that. Let's gonna break this down. First, we're gonna talk about that. Then just talk about like just being in Iraq because even I want to know like I ain't never know nobody that went there. You just hear, but you actually there. So I want you to start there and just like how is it like you living there? So you know for like the day to day. You know what I mean? I don't want to have no speculation and be like everybody. No, I want to know. You tell me. Like, what's it like in the streets?
Well,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
mhm. Put it like this, man. If you would have asked me uh, if like I could time travel and I could be my 34-year-old self and I go back to about 15-year-old me, and I said, one day you're gonna be playing basketball in Iraq, I would have told myself stay off that crack, but you became a junkie, you became a dope head because I don't believe not a word you said. America done went to war with Iraq and
mm,
the other Middle Eastern countries. There's no way I'm stepping foot inside of Iraq when I'm that age. I would have looked at myself like I was crazy. I wouldn't have believed myself. But, I'm here now. So yeah, like you said, I'll just say, I was skeptical about coming out here. Just, for us being Americans and that history of the, World Trade Center and us going to war, that was big, especially for us and our generation, because we saw when it, happened. We was
Yeah,
probably like 11
12.
or 11 years old around that
Mm-hmm.
time.
Sixth
So,
sixth
shit,
grade.
we seen, like, I remember being let out of school early when they hit the World Trade Center, and all my teachers crying, and people, and all the adults in a panic state, and
Right.
just how that long war. You know what I'm saying? We really ain't. It happened in 2001, but we ain't really finished the war until like 2012. To the whole thing with
11
Barack
years. Yeah.
finally getting Osama bin Laden, and even before then, with George Bush in the early '90s, they invaded Iraq and they had beef with them then. So, you know, I say that to say when they present it on the media, all you see is just war. You know what I'm saying? You just see deserts. You don't see no cities. You don't see no type of like civilized stuff we have in America. And that painted a major picture in my head of like, it's not safe in Iraq.
Right.
So like I said, if I would have talked to my 15-year-old self, what's in Iraq? What's for me to go there? But now that I've traveled around the world, I've been to 6 out of 7 continents on the world. I know that the media plays a big part on how we think, and most places around the world are highly civilized, if not more civilized than America. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say that's the case for Iraq, but Iraq is not what people think it is. A lot of people think I flew over to a war-infested country. You know what I'm saying? Right now, there's no conflict going on. I'll say this: these are probably the most nice people I've played. I've been a part of in my whole career,
Dang.
including Plymouth, England, which I thought they was top tier. But these fans here, they embrace me. They show nothing but love. Treat me like a true celebrity. You know what I mean? Like I got kids running across the street, like screaming, "Hassan, Hassan!" Like people come grab us every time they see me walking down the street. So it's like
Hey, we're starting to
the
lose you.
fact that it's not the capital, and it's really yeah, I'm in a small region, Iraq, bro, and the people here are nothing. They show nothing but love since I've been here, and it's everyday life just like it would be in America, man. People wake up, go to jobs, go to school, and try to better themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they really love basketball out here, which I didn't think they, were big fans of. But I would just say they show nothing but love since I've been out here, and it's been a nice experience playing basketball in Iraq.
But like, that's kind of crazy though that y'all was on like a 7 game losing streak. I didn't know that. And they still treat you like a star. You know what I
You know,
mean?
for sure. I think for one, that just shows the loyalty and the support they have for the club, and
Man, this Wi-Fi is bad right now, bro.
and then smile. You said what?
See, my Wi-Fi is acting real crazy right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's not the best right now, bro.
We're gonna do the best we can.
But I'm gonna keep going. Let me know what you want. Yeah, I'm about to say, just let me know if you want me to repeat something, or just let me know what you want to do as far as keep going or not. But the 7 game lose streak was very tough, and a lot of fans did, stop coming to games. They still support the team, but the attendance was dropping every single game, and it was tough on me personally because I hate losing. Some people play overseas for the game, and yeah, bro. So yesterday, my boy, it was a tough game. We was down 11 going into the fourth quarter. And the main thing I like about this team, we never stop fighting. And I'm hoping this can turn the tide. We get some momentum going forward now, getting these wins, racking up some wins. We got a tough team. Our next game we play on the 20th, but I think that just shows like the resiliency of our team to go through 7 straight losses and to finally win one. We could have easily, dropped our heads being down 11 going into the fourth quarter, but you know what I'm saying? We was like, as a team, we was all tired of losing, and we know the work we put in, so it's just a matter of just keep on fighting to the very end because you never know what can happen.
Yeah, that's a good team, you know what I'm saying? At least that's like an experience you can get with some guys like even though we lose and we still we're gonna ride with you because I'm so
100%.
7, boy. Ooh, I see why you were stressed. 7 games in a row, I don't know.
And then, most people, they get sent home. Let's be real. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? Like,
the fact that you're
you
still
lose three
there,
games in a row.
the fact that you're still there after
Exactly.
seven
Like I said,
losses.
bro, I'll say this, man. Being a good person and showing love will take you a long way. Because obviously, like one they huge sports fans. Like our Instagram page might got like 40 some thousand followers. Our team basketball page got like 17K followers. So it's like they huge on sports out here. And you know, they some never give up type players, but they see my social media and just the impact I made in the community in such a little time. Like I said, everybody that wants to speak to me, whether they can speak English fluently or not, you know what I mean? I treat everybody with a lot of love, and I make sure that I get everybody their time, even when I don't really have time to give it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just come back and helping me secure my job. They see the effort I put in. I wake up every single day, go to the gym and also to the fitness gym to sharpen my skills and stay on top of my game so that I can do my best to help the team win, rack up wins. And they see that and they appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They know, despite the losing, they know I'm giving my best effort. And like I say, being a good person goes a long way. You know what I mean? All my teammates, they love me because I crack jokes with them. I show them a lot of energy. I'm always positive. I don't believe in no negative energy. You
Right,
know what I mean? And I take it upon myself, whether we win or losing, to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? This is my 10th year as a pro. And, like whether you lose 100 times in a row, you gotta have that mentality like you're gonna win the next one. And you
right,
know what I'm saying? You gotta keep that positive mindset. Rest in peace to Kobe. You could lose 100 times, but that next win is gonna feel so much better because you won and you never gave up. So with all the adversity I've been through, bro, I don't care how many times I lose. I'm gonna be hopeful and try
right,
my best to get that win. You know what I'm saying? Because once you finally do win, it's so much sweeter that you know what I'm saying. Like you was battle tested and you ain't cave in. You feel me? You just kept going.
right. So, first, have you seen my last video that I posted with the refs?
What's going? Yeah, that was a terrible call by the way. That was about 3 seconds, bro. Terrible.
That right now is like blowing up because it's like we finally exposing like I'm the type of person, bro, I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it 100 with you. I gotta tell you, like, no one ever prepares you or tells you anything. So when it happens, you don't know how to respond. You know what I mean? Like nobody tell you, like, hey, bro,
Mm-hmm.
they out here cheating on the games. You know what I mean? Like they betting on the games, they doing this and that. You might get screwed over. You feel me? Some people like this their job. This is my job. This is how I eat. This is how I live. This is what I train for. This is what I work for every day. This is what I sacrifice and go leave my family and go try to build. And you out here trying to get over. Like, bro, go do that on your own time. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not cheating the game. I gotta abide by the rules. I can't come out here and just start hacking people and running with the ball. You gotta obey the rules of the game. Everybody,
Yeah.
like blatantly, one, two, three, five. Like, bro, your hand don't even like it don't even make sense. That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. It was crazy, and they like a lot of guys, like a couple of guys that I knew who played out here, chimed in and was just like, and people thought I was crazy when I say they be out here cheating, and they want to give me all kind of they want to put you in the news of the like the league news, like, oh, this player is being suspended or this player is too aggressive and this and that. But it's like, bro, they're
Hmm.
actually cheating blatantly. We shot 6 free
Yeah.
throws. I said it's impossible that we only shoot 6 free throws for the whole game in a closeout game on the road in the playoffs. That don't even make sense. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are we talking about, man? Anyway, man, that just is ridiculous, bro. That's what be going on out here. That's really what be going on out here. You don't just be playing against think I'm out here playing a game. You're not out here playing playing the game. So that's something like these rookies they gotta know. And you just had an incident with a rookie that was on your team before, right? And he didn't last long, so it seems.
Hmm.
He ain't last long. Kind of break that down, like what happened with your recent rookie and it being like his first time and like just how oblivious he was to like the actual life of what's really going on out here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, it's like luckily for me, I started my pro career in England. You know what I'm saying? So uh, people don't really understand. Well, people do understand, but for basketball players, it's a tough adjustment coming from America because we have our own culture with basketball and just American culture and just society. But it's a culture shock when you go to a different culture and you see how other people don't live like Americans or
Right.
react to things like how Americans, you know what I mean? So it's like for my rookie that was just here, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy, because we did have a good connection, and I consider him a friend for life. It was just a tough adjustment for him because, like I said, I went to England my rookie year, uh, the best team in the British Basketball League for like the past decade. Shout out to the Leicester Riders. Shout out to Coach Rob Paternostro. Um, and for me, it was just a smooth transition because, for one, they spoke English. You know what I
Right.
mean? No language barrier.
That's
For
big.
two, like I said, for two, I was on the best team in England by far by the past decade. For three, I had probably the best pro coach of my career, Rob Paternostro, who made things so easy for me. And then, last but not least, I had some great veterans. Shout out to Barry Lamble, shout out to Anthony Rowe, shout out to Drew Sullivan. You know what I mean? Even
Right.
my big bro, Jay Cousinard. You know what I'm saying? So all those, to be honest, I always tell people I was lucky because not everybody walks into a situation like that.
Remember
You know what I
mines.
mean? So I played I played my first 2 seasons there, and that's what really gave me a good taste for living and playing basketball overseas. Because basketball really not even the hard part.
Right.
Because you know once I started playing basketball my rookie year overseas, I was like, "Ooh, it's not like a 3-hour practice like at Savannah State. I didn't get, verbally abused by my head coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have to run tens or suicides like 20 times back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was
Right.
kind of light today. And then the rest of the day, I didn't have no time. I ain't had no classes to go to. I wasn't stressed about that, having to like go from practice and then have to go shower and then eat and then go into class or nothing like that. So, like I said, with those 4 factors I just named earlier, and the fact that it was a little bit easier as far as like the practice sessions and the games, I was loving it. But to go back on my rookie who just came out here, it was tough for him because for one, which a lot of hoopers do when they come overseas. In certain instances, he didn't uh, he didn't come fresh out of college. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I know for yourself, you spent like you finished up school and then you went overseas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so a lot of people maybe finish school and it might take them 2 or 3 years, and 3 years in my rookie's case where, you know what I'm saying, he didn't come
Mine took
fresh
me
out
a
of
year.
college to
Mine took
overseas
me a year.
basketball. Exactly. So it's a lot of people with that same background, that same story. And, he started off in Turkey and then he got signed to this team. And like I said, the Middle East is just different. You know what I mean? The
And what
culture is not
way?
the same as American culture. And I want to say I feel bad for him, but it was tough for him because he was so used to American practices on, how everybody, the whole team clapping it up. Yeah, let's go, let's go. Everybody count. 1, 2, 3. You got that structure. And like we got structure here with this team, but it's just not on the
Nah,
same
it's not the
level. You know
same
what I'm
level.
saying? For
No.
for one, we pros now, so everybody ain't got that same energy and enthusiasm. And for two, it's kind of like I don't know, man. You just gotta get the job done. And for us as Americans, I don't think he realized how much of a responsibility he had on him to score the ball, to take care of the ball, because he's a point guard. You know what I mean? And you got to run the show. And
Score.
like you said, the rest be the rest be cheating out here. So he can handle physicality, but I think it was a surprise for him on how much players get away with fouls out here. Like
Yeah.
they'll blatantly you dribbling the ball, they won't even go for the ball. They'll come across your whole body, push your whole elbow out the way, and steal the ball that way. And the referee makes no call, and the referee was standing right next to him, seeing the whole thing. And you know what I mean? So it's like you really gotta be like so physically and mentally tough to play in the Middle East. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Everywhere else around the world too. It's South America. When I played in Uruguay, that was a physical league. When I played in France, that was a very physical league too. So it's physical leagues all around the world. I'm not just gonna say that Middle East is the
It's
most
because it's what
physical
they
place I've been
allow.
to,
It's what
but
they allow. That's what it is, bro.
exactly. And it's just so many things as a rookie he did not know. He did not know that they're gonna be biased because he's American. They're not gonna call everything. You're
Wow.
gonna really have to make that jump shot. You're gonna have to play through that physicality. You're gonna have to get that N1, even though they're not gonna call it N1. You know what I mean? And then not only that, I don't think he realized like how these overseas coaches be. Like, I remember you made a post about like could you play overseas with like you had 3 different clips of like the coaches just spazzing out on players. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
cussing them out, like just verbally, like I said, verbally abusing you. You know what I mean? And that's very hard because we Americans, so they want us to be LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan all wrapped in one package, and it's only 2 Americans, and the rest are local players. So it's pretty much unfair, but at the same time, it is what it is.
It
What you
is what
gonna
it
do
is.
about it?
You better hoop.
You got to rise to the occasion. So I think he was definitely pro level. He was definitely had the talent. I just think the whole mental aspect it just caught him by surprise. You know what I mean? It was just tough for him. He had some good games, but uh, we have a Serbian coach, and he was a little tough on him. You know what I mean? Like when, say for one practice, we was just getting shots up, and towards the end of practice, and our coach come on, hey, uh, shoot higher, up, shoot higher. And I'm like, he literally like right next to the man, telling him, shoot back up, make the shots. Like that's a lot of pressure, bro. That is a lot of pressure. Like you like he already trying to make a good impression. Like, he tried his best, and unfortunately the ball just not going. Shoot that! What are you doing? I don't like. I don't like. I don't like. Like, and I'm just like, bro, I can't save you, bro. You gotta put that ball in the hole, bro. I can't save you.
Oh
Focus.
my God.
Concentrate. Come on, man. So it's like I think serving
Bro, that's
coaches, there's a
pressure, bro.
reputation, and it's a lot of pressure. And like, thank goodness I'm a 10-year vet. I can handle that. But to give credit to him, I probably would have reacted the same way. You know what I'm saying? It was tough for me. I in 2018 I had a similar coach in Saudi Arabia who was really tough on me, and I was like, why is he going in so hard on me? Like all the other local players are missing layups, they airballing free throws, and he
Mm-hmm.
worried about me missing one shot. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to that rookie, man, because he gonna have a bright future. You know what I'm saying?
It's part of the
It's just a
journey.
tough place to play. It's part of the journey. That's exactly what I told him, and I introduced him to, well, I ain't gonna answer that because that's one of the questions. But I just told him, don't take things personal. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think he got kind of anxious about like being sent home, and I was just like, if you get sent home, like you just said, it's part of the journey. It's
Mm-hmm.
all a learning process. Like you literally have to make mistakes in order to grow.
Yep.
And what people don't realize is people are so scared to make mistakes. Like right now, this connection is terrible.
Right.
But guess what? We're gonna learn from it. We're
Right.
gonna find a way around this connection, and we're gonna have better podcasts in the future.
Hundred
But
percent.
because so people be so afraid to make mistakes, they make even worse mistakes from trying to avoid making a mistake. You know what I'm saying? So I try to get them to relax and give them my veteran leadership as much as I could. But at the same time, I had to tell myself, like, this is part of his journey. I can't coddle him. I can't like
You gotta
be there
feel. You
for him. I
gotta. You
gotta
gotta
let him
take this lick.
experience.
You gotta take this beating.
Exactly. I gotta let you experience what there is to experience, because that's either gonna make you or break you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Most times in life, the worst things that happen to you end up be the best things that happen to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out to the rookie. Great player. I know he's gonna find another team very soon, but just for your first time coming to the Middle East, it's just a big adjustment, man. It's a
Look,
big adjustment.
this is exactly why I wrote the book, 6 Must-Have Traits to Become an Overseas Basketball Player. We talk about it and we see it happening every single day, you know. And this is the experience. You're going to get cut. Like my first 2 gigs, I got like cut.
Gonna get cut.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just part of it. It's really
Hmm.
just part of it, and then you just gonna go through it. And like, I don't know one player who hasn't been cut. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean?
If I say this, bro, if you go on your whole career, if you play 5 or more, no, I say if you play 8 or more seasons and you haven't been released, round of applause, standing
Right.
ovation to you, because you're a real hooper.
You have been one of many.
Because
Yes, because that
I don't
don't.
care who you are. I don't care who you are. You're going to experience it. And that was my whole thing for my career. I wanted to last my whole career without getting released. And it happened to me, I wanted to say, my 5th year when I was in Paris. And it wasn't, I would say, for that situation, it wasn't because of the talent. I just wasn't healthy. So that's
Hmm.
another thing. A lot of people think you get released because of the talent. That don't be the case either. I just wasn't healthy. I had a bad case of plantar fasciitis,
Oh
and
yeah, I
I wasn't
remember that.
explosive. Yeah,
Hmm.
bro, and that was a dream situation for me because, before then I really manifested going out there. I learned French. I was taking the Duolingo app.
Yeah, that's
I was
right.
learning on
That's right.
YouTube, and what really hurt me was I went from Luxembourg to Australia. No, I can't remember the transition. I've been so many places around the world, but I went to Australia to play hoop in the summertime, and I was training so much in the gym that I wasn't really taking care of my body like I should. You know what I mean?
Right.
And because I was in the gym so much trying to get better, I put too much stress on my lower body, and like I said, I got plantar fasciitis, which is like sharp pain on the bottom of your foot. You know what I'm saying? Excruciating pain actually,
Mm.
and it takes a long time for it to go away. And yeah, as soon as my season ended in Australia, I didn't spend no time to recover. I finished up that season, went straight to France, and like I said, that was one of the most physical leagues I played in, and I just wasn't healthy enough to play. I lasted a good 2.5 months, but yeah, He
Caught
called
up
me into the
with you.
office one day, and I already felt the vibe,
You always feel it.
and he
You
released me.
you always feel it. You know it's coming.
You can feel it, bro. The energy never lies. You can
Never.
feel it. It was crazy too. It was alone. I walked to the gym. I could just feel it. I feel like a dead man walking, bro. It just like the wind wasn't blowing right. Like people were
Man,
just
you
staring
feel
at me
that
like,
gut,
"Oh, you about to
yeah.
get cut,
You got
boy.
that
You
gut
about to go
feeling.
home."
You feel it in your stomach. You like,
Yeah,
man, everybody looking at you. You feel like everybody know. Everybody
man.
already know, man.
My teammates ain't talking to me the same word. The energy a little different. They usually they dap me up and what's up, Rashad? What's going on? What's up? They just say, hey, Hassan, and just walk off. I'm like, what's going on? And then
You know what's going
Hassan, I need you to
on.
come to my office. Oh,
We
oh.
we need to talk.
And then
Can you come in here for a second?
yeah,
Oh no,
yeah, yeah,
nah, dang it! I'm finna get
yeah,
cut. They finna send me
yeah.
home. Why? That just sucks, man. Getting cut
Yeah,
sucks.
man.
It
Like I
sucks.
say, bro, it do, it do, it do. It definitely does. It's not supposed to feel good, but
Mm,
like I said, you're gonna let that make you or break you. And like I said, that motivated me to well, really, I always had a strong work ethic as far as getting in the gym and working out. But then it brought light to taking care of my body off the
yep.
court. It brought light to recovery process, which I was really brand new to because, you know, I started playing basketball when I was 8, and I say from 8 up until about 22, you can hoop all day. You can play from sun up to sundown. You go to sleep, your body good. You ain't got no aches and no pains. You know what I mean? But once you get
Yeah.
to about 24, 25,
Yeah.
26, your body gonna start to go through change, and
All that
you
playing
need to take
catching up
ice
with you.
baths. Using a foam roller, you need to start going to bed a little bit earlier. You need to start eating differently, and that's what opened my eyes to everything. So, you know, it was just eye open on how I should treat my body.
Nah,
Groove, what up, boy?
I definitely know what you mean when it comes to taking care of your body. You already know. I had my surgery, and that was my eye opener. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I need to really take care of my body, and I just been super on it. You already know. Like now, I got a stretching board that I take with me everywhere. I travel with it everywhere. Like I'm taking my stretching board, bro, because I'm going to stretch. I got them boots. I got the air compression boots. Hey, if y'all need some boots, hit me up in my DM. I'll get y'all a great discount.
I'm literally buying some air compression boots from my doctor tomorrow for the low. You know what I mean? I need that.
It's
I
necessary.
need that, bro.
Gotta have your stem machine. I got my stem machine.
Yes, sir.
I got a foam roller. I got the leg. I got the ball thing you put on your foot to roll on you. Like you gotta have all of it. You need all of it to even.
Yeah,
That's what I always say. Like people gotta, you got to be able to last long enough to reap the benefits of the game. Sometimes you just gotta last.
yeah,
It ain't gonna come right away, but then it's all gonna come at one time. But you know your body can't keep up with it. So I can't. You feel me? You have to. You have to be willing to like really see some real profit from this game. I would say the average player got to do at least 10 years before they actually seeing like, okay, I'm starting to actually make money to do something. Because you mismanage so much money. Like that's one of the questions I was going to ask you. Like,
man.
what is something you would tell a player now about just managing their money? Because I could tell you right now, I'm ashamed sometimes to be like, bro, what the heck did I do with all the bread over all these years? You know what I mean?
Same. Likewise.
Like, what happened? Well,
I just say this. My I mean cut you off. My main thing is you better get a job. A job. Today, Craig, you need to wake up and get a job. When that season stops, it's not time to ball out.
right.
It's not time to say, hey, my boy, I'm back home. Everything on
On
me.
me. Everything
It's
on
not time
me.
to say, it's not time to say, hey, nieces and nephews, we going to Chuck E. Cheese. Let's buy out the whole pizzeria.
Right.
No. It's not time to buy that new Mercedes Benz. It's not time to buy the new bust down AP watch. It's
Right.
not time to, you know what I'm saying, buy the Louis Vuitton or the Balenciaga shoes. It's time to keep the money coming in.
Mm.
For so long throughout my career, I used to go home and not work because I thought,
I hoop.
you know, I
What
care
you
what people
mean?
think.
I hoop. I don't work
That's what
no
I'm
job.
saying.
I don't work no
I want to
job.
be
I'm a hooper.
if the NBA if the NBA player is not working in the off season, shoot, I don't want to work in the off season. I'm a hooper.
I'm a hooper.
You know what I'm saying? I almost like thought exactly. I almost thought too highly of myself. Like, nah, bro. I'm not a. I don't want to say a peasant because anybody that has a job, you're not a peasant. You're doing what you got to do to
Right.
survive,
Right.
and I
Yeah.
truly
Let's not call
respect that.
people peasants now.
But I was, I was, I was about to say, no, I definitely want to say that. But I would just say I was too arrogant.
Facts.
You feel me?
Right.
Like I was like too arrogant to work and apply for a job, whether it be at Domino's or FedEx or the grocery store. I was too arrogant or too prideful to do that. And so, when the off season hit, of course I had some money in my pocket from the season because I did a good job. Like personally, I'll say I did a good job of saving during the season. But boy, when that paycheck stopped coming in for them 3.5 months,
Man. Sometimes four.
boy, life
Sometimes
is
four.
life is very yes, life is very unpredictable. Like I said, you're gonna want to ball because you're young, you're in your 20s, and then on top of that stuff, things happen. Your family need money. You might,
Car
need some
breakdown.
medical stuff. You got exactly, exactly. Things just pop up, and then that money you save after a month and a half of being home, eating good, have a good time with your friends, you know what I'm saying? It's gone. And now you like, what the heck just happened? You know what I mean? So it's a million things I could talk about as far as managing money. But I would just say when the season ends, if you ain't really go to Asia or Middle East, if you ain't, I'll say this. If you ain't come home with 100 bands,
Right.
$100,000, you need to get a job.
Right.
Seriously, you need to get a job. I don't care what it is. Like I said, whether it's working at the rec center, shoot, I just worked at the rec center this past summer. I'm not too prideful to say that. You know what I mean? I gotta support my family some kind of way.
Facts.
So whether it be at the rec center, the post office, working for Amazon, working for McDonald's, get a job. And a lot of people feel like a lot of hoopers might say, "Well, I won't have time to play basketball." That's why you gotta be smart and
Manage
really
your
look up
time.
the hours of the job and like see if they have part-time gigs. You don't really need major money coming in because, like I said, you just made some money overseas, but you need some money to maintain for the whole summer, and you don't need to dip in everything you just brought back home. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that would be my biggest advice. Get a job, man. A
Man.
JOB.
I wish I would have did that because I remember specifically I had like 2 good years and I was able to like save up some money, right? So when I got done with this season, I probably had like $30,000 saved up. I probably saved up like 30. So I'm like, all right, that's pretty decent. Like I got that saved. You know what I mean? When you think about the average American don't got more than $1,000. Half of like I said, 50% of Americans don't got $1,000 saved in their savings account. And I'm like, okay, I got me like 30. I'ma chill. I got done playing in like March. By August, bro, I probably had like 2 bands left.
That's super early, boy. That is super early.
I had like $2,000 left, bro. I had to get surgery. I had to pay for this. I had my daughter. I was going through a divorce. I had to pay for all just life like that, all that bread, which made me dang pretty much. And right, you know how I say every time something going on, boom, car trouble. You feel me? I'm chilling. I'm just in my car, routine, going to the gym. Transmission just it like broke. It didn't even like should break down. It literally you heard like a long crank, and then you just hear a snap. Literally, just a snap. That's another 3 grand right there. Life just happens, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't work at all that whole time, cause why? I hoop. I make bread doing hooping and it, right? But that life come around so fast and you just run out. Like there's so many other things you could be doing. Like there's so many other things like what we doing right now. We're taking advantage of our time. We understand business. We understand like, bro, you got to keep that money coming in. You got to keep, even if you're making like a
Yep.
hundred, you need to make sure that money coming in because there's some guys out here, even though they got a lot, like okay, say you bringing in 110, 120 for your season. You feel me? But if you understand Parkinson's law is the money goes up, your prices goes up as your money goes up. Your expenses goes up as you more money you make. That's called Parkinson's law. So you got to understand if I'm not really paying attention to my spending and money management, I'm gonna be paying. I'm gonna feel like I'm not making no money because I'm having more expenses. Yes, that happens. I got homies who got to pay 3 grand just to get their brakes changed. I don't want it. I don't want that right now, bro. I'm not
Exactly.
trying to have a $3,000 brake change, bro. That's not gonna happen. I'm cool on that right
Yeah.
now. I ain't tripping. And you was talking about you said we was about to reference a book. If you could give a book, a recommendation for a book. I know which book you about to say because I caught it as you were saying it. But what would you give one book recommendation to any guy, any player, guy or girl that wants to play like the game professionally? Like what book would you give to them?
I, I would just say it's a book called The Four Agreements, which me and you have both read, and like when we have our talks together, we reference that book several times, like every single conversation. You know what I mean?
Listen,
And
uh,
it's a super easy read. That's why I highly recommend it as well. It's short, sweet, to the point. Um, it's 4 chapters. It's 4 agreements, and basically, if you apply uh, those I would say teachings and really practice it every day. The key word practice it because one people don't understand. Like you can read a book, but if you don't digest it fully or practice what you just learned, then what's the point of reading the book?
right.
You know what I mean? So I would say highly recommend the 4 agreements, and then the rookie I just talked about. I put him on that book, and he felt like it profoundly changed his life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Oh, that's good.
uh, not to spoil the book, but the 4 agreements are, be impeccable with your word. Uh,
Yeah, you
don't
should you
take
should take
anything
that.
personal.
You should listen more to that one.
Don't, which one? Don't take anything personal.
Be impeccable with your words.
You too, my boy. You too. Wait till we get off the phone, my boy. Uh, don't make assumptions and always do your best. And like when I read that book, I just felt like that's an amazing book because it's so thorough and detailed and how it breaks down every agreement. And I want to say it's common sense because
It's not common
things
sense.
that I'm about to say it's not common sense. But when you read that book, you be like, wow, that would make my life a lot easier, and it would help out with just the mental toughness of life. You know what I mean? Like dealing with certain people or dealing with certain situations because the fact of the matter is tough times don't last, tough people do.
Mm.
But it's how you got it's got to how you live your life as well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like I said I don't want to drop too many spoilers about it because I want to encourage people to read it. But I would say it's had a profound impact in my life. I read it in 2022. That was one of my goals was to read 3 books in 2022, and my goal for 2024 is to read 4 books. So that was one of my favorites, just because, like I said, it broke it down so clearly. And I'm the type to do stuff like repeatedly, day by day, because as you know, with a content creator, you gotta be consistent with things,
Right.
and you gotta practice certain things. Like you really can't in order to grow, you can't let up. And that's like a metaphor for life. Like if you want to become a better person, a more at peace person, a mentally stronger person, you got to practice and you got to do repetitions of positive things over and over and over and over.
That Four Agreements book is definitely a must-read book for all athletes. And you do once you read it, it's like a day-by-day thing, for sure.
Yo, my bad, bro.
It's all good. I'm about to say he was over here dropping some good gems and just cut out.
But yeah, no, that's all I say, man. That was I recommend that book to every hooper, man.
Nah, I was just piggybacking on what you're saying. Like, nah, that's definitely a good book. You put me on that one, and it's just like you really realize that you live by it. Because every time something happens, you be like, don't take it personal. Or every time you go, like, you in the game and you don't play your best, you be like, bro, as long as you did the best you can do. You know what I mean? You start really living those principles, and then you realize it starts shaping your life differently because you start thinking different because those four like agreements basically, they basically dictate every part of your life in some way, form. In every instance of your life, you can find some
Yeah.
way where you can use those four agreements. So whoever wrote that, I didn't look up the author, but he really knew what he was talking about in that book. So that's a good one. I
I
got a
think his name is Don Miguel Ruiz, if I'm not mistaken, but I think his name Don Miguel Ruiz.
Don Miguel Reeves. I'm gonna look up and see what else he got. But now I got this question. I got this one question. Now this is a good one. And I thought about this, but I already know what my answer is. So if I gave you $1 million right now to stop playing basketball, would you do
Hell to the no.
it?
Hell no.
Ah,
No, I will not take it.
okay, okay.
And you know what? You want to know why, Arnold?
Yes, I would love to hear why.
Because, like we talked about in the previous question, the money comes and goes.
Right.
I could easily lose that $1 million,
That's a
even if
fact.
I plan even if I plan to spend it in the right way or to invest it. Money comes and goes. But
Hmm.
for me, basketball and my family are the ultimate happiness in my life. Basketball has been through with me when money hasn't. I
Mm.
still ain't got money. But
Don't say that.
guess
Don't
who
say
with
that. Don't say that. You got money. It's coming.
basketball? Well, I got paid yesterday. I got a little bit of money, but I'm talking about, my goal, man. I was trying to make $100 million this year.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, and I still might do that. The year ain't over with. But yeah. Long story short, when I'm the only child. Not everybody is the only child or has the same background as me. But for me, basketball has pretty much been my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Help me through the lonely times. Help me get through like times that when I was sad. And on the flip side, it's also helped me develop a sense of confidence. It's helped with you know self development. Make me feel good about myself. It's helped me stay motivated through time where I felt like I wanted to give up. You know what I'm saying? It's brought me so much happiness and joy. You know what I'm saying? It's brought me best friends like you. You know what I mean? Me and my mom was a basketball fan, so I have
Hmm.
a lot of good memories with basketball. Just with me and my mom going to Hawks games and watching NBA on TV, me and her together. So like, no amount of money can make me quit playing the game of basketball. But like, I don't love money, but I do love basketball. You know what I mean? Like, of course, we all need money. I'm not gonna say like I don't want the money because I do want the money, but
Shoot. I
we
want
only
it.
here for a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm about to say I ain't. I'm gonna say this: whoever say money don't bring you happiness, they are capping,
They ain't got it.
lying.
They ain't
Money,
got it. That's why.
they got it. They got it. Because money does bring me happiness. Maybe not you, but me personally,
Facts.
it brings me a lot of happiness. But
Facts.
at the end of the day, man, you can't die with money. You know what I'm saying? But you could die a happy person. You could die like with a fulfilled life. And for me, putting in work on a basketball court and just being able to play basketball for as long as I've been able to play, you know, that's better than any $1 million I ever received. You feel me?
Right. So if you was just like, okay, take yourself out of deuce deuce situation. Like, of course you're a basketball player. Of course you've been doing this for this long. If you was just looking from like a different perspective and you were someone to say, hey, I want to take this career path, would you tell them like it'll be worth it? Like this is the career path that's worth going towards. Like, would you advise someone in that, being what you've already been through all these years? Would you advise someone to become a pro, or is it better to just see who's already wanting that and then guide them? You get what I'm trying to say? You understand my question?
Yeah, that's my. So like, for those people that don't know, like, I want to. The whole goal for Tap Athletics is to like funnel in talent and kids who want to be great basketball players because I want to be a big time basketball trainer. You know what I mean? So I want to own my home facility. I want to have facilities all around the world. I want to have facilities in England, America, Africa, Europe, pretty much every continent on Earth. And I want to call it. My bad, bro. I'm tripping. The Tap Center. And long story short, bro, like I don't force kids to train with me. So like if you want to be great, then I'm gonna push you to be great.
Right.
If you want to go to the next level, I'm gonna push you to the next level. But some kids come to me just want to dribble with their left hand a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? They want some kids just come to me not wanting to play at the next level. They just want to know how to do it. They just consistently want to do a left hand layup. So it's like whatever that kid has in mind for themselves, I'm gonna help them reach that potential. So it's
Okay.
like I just encourage anybody, any kid, any whether they're a kid or adult, I'm here to help. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro. I would say this: be true to yourself too. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people who just because they just naturally good at it and they see themselves as like
It's a
not
job.
supporting. Yeah, and that's totally fine. I have had plenty of teammates that I who with overseas who don't love basketball. They tell you straight up, I don't watch basketball. I'm just here because I'm good at it and I'm here to collect a check. Hey, it is what it is.
It
I don't
is
look
what it
at you
is.
no less, and I don't look down on you. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to be real with yourself and have a plan about how long you're gonna play basketball. Because if you truly don't love the game, it's gonna be a drag for you, and it's gonna hurt your mental health. And everybody can see when you're not passionate about it. You know what I
Right.
mean? No matter how good you are. Because just take NBA players for example. It'd be like, how come he didn't win an NBA championship? Or he was so good, but he didn't really reach his full potential. It's because he didn't really love the game like that. He or she didn't really love the game like that. You feel me?
Right.
And you see players like LeBron James. I know he's the GOAT or just the highest example, and they're not nobody can be LeBron. You know what I mean? But I'm taking him for example because he was given a full package, bro.
Hmm.
6'8", 250 at 16 years old. But there's a lot of NBA players who was big time prospects, number one in their class, and they might only had a 5 year NBA career, and everybody projected them to be the next Michael
The
Jordan
next.
or
Yeah.
you know even better. Take for example Ben Simmons. Everybody was saying Ben Simmons, he's the next LeBron James. Like
Not
it was
even
so much hype
close.
around him. He didn't love the game. He just wanted the money. That's all. And like I said, ain't nothing wrong with that. But you will get exposed once you get to a certain level of basketball, whether you love the game or not. You see LeBron in year 21, won the NBA NCAA tournament. He averaging close to 30 points a game.
That's ridiculous, bro.
He take care of his body. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Still dunking, doing all this crazy stuff. It's because he just set a bar for himself. So it's like, it's either route you want to take is totally fine, but I just say once you get to a certain level of basketball, you're going to get exposed, whether you love it or not.
You're very true about that. Listen, Deuce, appreciate you coming on, bro. What time is it over there in Zaho?
Yeah, man, the connection been off the whole time. It's been hard to understand you, but it's been fun, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, can't be afraid to make mistakes. We're going to learn from this. We're going to get better. And, you know, finally got my front camera fixed. You know what I'm saying?
And it still ain't work.
So things are going up in the world. We're going to do many more podcasts in the future, my guy.
All right, bro. Appreciate you coming on, man.
All right, bro.
All right, man. We out.
I'm going to holler at you.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.